Therapists, what is the most uplifting recovery journey you've witnessed? I work with children in social services as a trauma therapist and teacher. So the stuff I see is pretty horrific sometimes. I had a kid a few years ago who will stick with me forever. PTSD at 4 years old from seeing some really awful things that damn adults into lifetimes of isolation and depression. And my job was to try to get this kid equipped to handle a kindergarten classroom. A little info here. When young children experience trauma, one way they may communicate this is through mimicking their experiences. Sometimes in social interactions, sometimes in play. This child had this symptom. Essentially, I had a 4-year-old acting like a psychopathic, abusive, alcoholic grown man. Every day we documented the bruises and marks he left on me. For 2 years he bit, spat at, shat on, hit, kicked, and slapped me. Some days I felt like I was getting to him. Most days I went into the staff bathroom and either punched the paper towel dispenser, or went home and drank myself to sleep. He spat a used Band-Aid into my mouth. Threw his own poop into my eyes. Bit through my wrist, which, yeah, was all every bit as horrific as it sounds. But I kept trying. Everyone did. We loved him, we never let him know how stressed he made us or how much we had to brace and prepare ourselves for sessions with him. We never told him that we dreaded some days, knowing we were just too tired but had to do it all anyways. 5 days a week, intensive outpatient care, and it felt like we were getting nowhere. And that was it. He came to me that way, and he left me that way. The day he graduated from the program I cried, got heavily drunk, and prayed his kindergarten teacher would show him half the love and grace I'd been able to. Only a few months into kindergarten the teacher reached out to me. We had an report from his IEP process, but I never thought I'd hear anything after school started. I usually don't. And she said he was doing amazing. The medication we hadn't seen work had started to balance things. The skills we taught over and over and over and over, he was using them. He had friends, where everyone had been scared of him before. He played with other children. He colored. He walked into school happy to be there and left happy to go home. She was describing to me a child I had never met, but had helped create. Working with young children is discouraging, because I often don't see the fruits of my labor. If I'm lucky, I can help identify ongoing traumas and put a stop to them so that the next specialist can treat it. If I'm even luckier, the child may be able to function in kindergarten better because of something I said or did correctly. But I usually don't know. If I'm unlucky, the grooming is so deep and so hurtful that the children give me very little to go off of, and I send them to school with little more than a lying parent and a wrist-thick binder of documentation that leads nowhere. And my buddies on speed dial with CPS do their best, they do, but there's only so much we can do when a family really wants to hide something. I have to remind myself often that my job is really just to plant a seed of healing, and that I'm doing it for the functioning adult they will get to be someday, whom I will never meet. So that their middle school teachers never realize what a broken child they had to be at this time, and their future spouses and children benefit from the love they've learned and skills they've had mentored into them. But man, if it isn't hard some days. Most days. All of them.